Yo, crypto nation and mining family. Crypto nation and mining family. What's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, crypto nation and mining family. What's going on, everybody? So, for all of you NiceHash users out there, this is pretty much this one. It's like kind of like a little public announcement to you guys. So, NiceHash, we all know, is going to be switching over to their new platform, guys. US is getting an implementation first, of course, and then Europe. So they're going to be doing their first, starting to switch everything over to the new. So August 1st, basically 2 days or a day, depending on whenever you see this. So August 1st, at about 10 a.m. CET time, they will be doing the following. They will be disabling the Coinbase withdrawal option on the old NiceHash platform. They will be opening the Coinbase withdrawal option on the new NiceHash. And during this whole transition, they are also going to be turning off the old NiceHash platform to a point. So, if you go into nicehash.com, it's going to now redirect, after the first, it's going to redirect you to the new platform. If you want to see the old platform, you're going to have to put old.nicehash.com and it will bring you to the old one. And your wallet is not going to be disabled. You will be able to withdraw, just not to Coinbase. You're going to have to withdraw to a hardware wallet or to your own, very own Bitcoin Core wallet. So now I did get the new miner, guys. So the new NiceHash miner actually worked. Yo. Believe it or not, guys, the new miner worked fabulous. So it's 1.9.2.10 is to the new platform. If you are using 1.9.1.10, I know it's a lot of numbers and points, guys. Sorry, a little technical. But the 1.10 is to the old platform, the 2.10 is to the new platform, and this is the new miner, which is no longer giving me my issues. The old one, it would basically, there was no target watt value in there, so it would just basically throw the kitchen sink. Now, some people were able to use the last miner. I was unable to. It tried to make my my 1080 Ti run at full wattage, and it would crash my computer. So yeah, no. That's why I was staying away from it. I was using Kudo Miner and One Click Miner for Vert. In the meantime, for all of that stuff. So definitely, guys, the new miner does work. So I've tested it out. It's much better. I do like the look of the new miner interface on there. It's pretty nice. So for all of you guys that are exclusively mining with NiceHash, you can not only update to the new miner, and you should have a lot less issues than from the old one. And they're going to be basically switching everything over to the new platform. So guys, get ready for the transition. So with that, guys, I'm going to switch over to something else that I was kind of something that was inspired at work. So few days ago, I had come into work, had a conversation with my boss, and it kind of inspired me a little bit. I mean, thinking about it today, that retrospect. Um, it's like the mindset of how I look at things in the crypto space. So basically, I walk into work, and my boss is like, "Yeah, Now, me and my boss, we do butt heads quite often, but it was really, really empowering to know that I influenced him enough that he went onto Bitcoin.org and actually read the white paper. The man is in his 50s. He's way older than I am. And I inspired him to actually research it. And he comes up to me, he's like, "Yo, Bitcoin's really interesting." It's like, but I just don't understand how you profit from it. And that just kind of started up a whole conversation. And it's like, on the retrospect of it, it's like the things that the way that I really think, it's like I kind of, he caught me in the morning and hit me where it was like, why do I want to be involved with this? And straight up, I mean, this is how my mindset is. So, I mean, these are just my opinions on things. I'm just some boob tuber. Who am I? But I sat there and started explaining to him how the government is basically stealing 7% from him minimum a year. And he couldn't understand. He didn't even have a real concept on that. And I'm like, look, they're printing money at will. If I do it, it's illegal. If they do it, it's not. And where did that money go? Doesn't go to you and I, not the hardworking individual. No. It goes to the most wealthiest people on the planet. And not only is it going to the most wealthiest people on the planet, but it's going into their company that they have been just basically just siphoning all the assets out of. So they aren't capable of paying back their own loans. And that comes into where I started talking about the banks with him. Going, it's like the banks are basically doing fractional reserve lending. They're just creating currencies. Every time you slide your credit card, you're just creating currency. And the banks do some of the most shady stuff out there. I mean, Wells Fargo gets a slap on the wrist for writing loans against their own customers without their knowledge, foreclosing on people's homes because of it. They get a little slap on the wrist, and business as usual. If I did that, my business would be shut down, I'd be imprisoned, and all that good stuff. And then you have JP Morgan has his own ship with drugs on it. So the U.S. government saying that money laundering, drugs, and all that nefarious stuff isn't done with the U.S. dollar, isn't being done with the U.S. dollar, I must be blind. And so, I mean, he's sitting there, he's like, that makes sense, I mean, a lot of the things that I was saying, he's like, that makes a lot of sense. And he's like, how does it really, like, apply into the bigger thing? I mean, I can't spend it anywhere. I'm like, you can't spend gold anywhere, but your dad bought it, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, why did your dad buy it? And he thought about it. He didn't really kind of give a real clear cut. He didn't really give an answer. I'm like, when he bought that gold, did you get it? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, so your dad basically put his hard-earned money away so that whenever he passed away, he had something to give to you. And he's like, he just kind of shook his head. He's like, yeah, kind of shook his head in agreement. And well, like that's kind of how I look at Bitcoin. I can't use it today. But if I can sit there and have a better way to store my money other than using a bank, I'm all for it. Buy Bitcoin, buy gold, buy silver. And he's like, well, I mean, with gold and silver, I mean, I understand how you get paid. I'm like, well, then you should understand Bitcoin. It's the same thing. When the market goes up, your gold's worth more. Same thing with Bitcoin. I mean, as they sit there and the government tanks the dollar by printing it endlessly, they're just going to continue to rob your buying power from you. And that's why I'm ultimately into this space. I'm not a rich person, but I have some mining equipment and I can pay my electric bill. So that for me is a way to put a couple of bucks into the market and secure my value. And now I'm not telling you that you have to go off and buy Bitcoin. But I would sit there and say, if you're not into crypto and you're just coming across this video for the very, very first time, you should kind of sit back and think to yourself, the government is printing money. Every dollar that's printed means that your dollar has a little less buying power tomorrow. How are you going to stop it? What are the best ways for you to secure your financial future? Guys, that's what this is all about. I don't care about getting a Lambo. Some people will be like, Lambos, yes, to the moon, as they say. I don't look at it that way. Now, whenever I first got into it, especially with the mining, I was like, oh, dude, you can legally print money. You're right, you can legally print that money out. It's not a lot, but you're printing it. But I'm looking at the long game. Like my grandfather did whenever he bought stocks, whenever he bought gold. He didn't look at it as what can he buy with it in a year. He was looking at what can he do when he's 65? What can his kids do when he passes away? Is he going to be leaving his kids and my grandmother with any bills when he passed away? He didn't. Everything he had, he accumulated stuff. And that stuff was worth money at the end. Thankfully, he chose the right things. And amongst some of them was gold and silver, which was amazing. There was enough there that whenever my grandmother passed away, my mother and my aunts and uncles didn't have to pay for any of it. That's how the old school people did it. They did it with gold, silver, and things. You know, this little knick-knack, and hope that nobody, saved it. And my grandparents came from the era of the 20s. They went through the Depression. They understood, don't throw away nothing. It's all worth something to somebody. That the old proverb, one man's junk is another man's gold. That's the old school way of thinking. Nowadays, people don't have it. We're in that throwaway society. I don't know anybody that's alive, or I say I didn't live through any depression. I have no direct experience for it. My grandparents did, but I don't. But I see issues with the monetary policies that are set out there, and I see how the system is basically rigged against us the hardworking people that the country's basically built on. It's not built on Bill Gates. It's built on the people that Bill Gates, how can I put it? Like, Bill Gates has a whole crew of people that made the company. Yes, he had some good ideas. Same thing with Jeff Bezos for Amazon. Good ideas, but it took a crew of hardworking individuals from the top all the way to the bottom. That's what the country's built on. Hardworking individuals. And if we can sit there and figure out a way to safeguard what we earn, that's what I'm here for. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm rambling, but this is something that I adamantly believe in, is that I had been searching for a way, not only a good grind, to be able to provide for my household, but a way for it not to be stolen from me at the end of the day, guys. And that's whenever my lovely wife, a year and a half ago or so, when Bitcoin was at its all-time high, she's like, you need to look at this. And as I started looking at it, I started understanding that this would be a way, a mechanism to hold my money and not lose any of it. I mean, that's just how I look at the space. I mean, I know I'm just kind of rambling at this point, so sorry if I'm rambling. But guys, you got to sit there and think about it. Why are you here? Are you in it just for the gains? Or are you in it because you're trying to safeguard your future? Dude, definitely. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. What are you in this space for? Are you here to safeguard your future? Or are you in it for the sick gains? Yo, I'm talking to you guys. Yes, you. Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, guys, dude, smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, share these videos with other people. It definitely helps me grow my channel, get all this awesome knowledge out to all of you awesome people out there. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey, going through the crypto space and all that good stuff. And be doing some more giveaways. I know that Salvorian was the winner of my crypto wallet. And dude, guys, I probably have another one here. Oh, check that out. Oh. So, coming up, don't know when, but I'll be doing another giveaway, guys. So, definitely, guys, stay tuned, because that one is a nice little vault, dude. And if you guys watch Decentralized TV, you should, because I'm also one of the content creators on Decentralized TV too. But Peter, the Doge Lord, had a little raffle when we were at one of his last meetup, and my wife won it. And she, my lovely wife, donated this, what she won, to the channel to give out to all of you people, because that's how awesome my wife is too. Guys, definitely smash the like button on your way out, and of course, like always, I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.